All right, so I may have to move it again. I don't know. We'll see. But the VTuber Leaflet, I did a video talking about like her new VTuber budget system that she came up with. Just as a tool for people to use. Well, this caused a massive uproar throughout Twitter with people like essentially hating it, and it falls under it falls under the thing of the people who are hating on this are the people who don't want competition. That's the type of people that are hating on this because they want to be the ones to go and you know uh what's the word or what's the phrase I want to use? They want to be the only options for people. They don't want nobody else to have an option outside of them. Hey, if you want a VTuber model, you want to do this, and this, you got to come to me, pay this amount of money and things like that. Now, Leaflet came out with again with a VTuber budget system that is, it's a tool for people to use. So,
of course, in the VTubing scene, and as you can see from tweets like this, AI use is a political statement. It's very clear this is not about protecting the quality.
AI use is not really anything political. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with Republicans or Democrats, independents, whatever. It has nothing to do with that.
Quality of arts or defending artists in any sort of tangible way. It's a lot more about bullying people and virtue signaling, and doing so oftentimes very hypocritically.
Yeah.
Now, I talked about this weeks ago, okay? It says today's news, but this has been news for weeks, where there is this ongoing debate about
is it still news? No, it's not. It's not in my news anymore.
Use of AI, where it seems like there's two camps, right? There's a camp that doesn't really care about this usage, and the other camp thinks it's the worst thing you could ever do, no matter what the consequences, to the point where you see narcissists
I'm going to do it even more now.
Speaking on behalf,
like this person here, like, honey, the VTuber community as a whole has said it. All of us have decided this. There really isn't a VTuber community. There really isn't a VTuber community. It is just like you see with a lot of, just to plainly put it, a bunch of tourists. They come in and try to make something that wasn't theirs their own. And that is something of the VTuber community. A lot of these people who are VTubers, like it, a lot of them primarily like Leaflet, she or even Rev here. You don't ever see anything of their bodies whatsoever. You don't know their face. You don't see their face. You don't see nothing like that. But there are VTubers out there who keep their face hidden, but they show off their bodies. I think there's somebody here in this video that we'll get to that is a good example of this. And then there's some people who are VTubers, but you see everything, face, body, and all that. So
half of the VTuber community, which I've said many times before, there's no such thing as the VTuber community. Anybody who thinks
all of us have decided it honey, the VTuber community as a whole has said it. All of us have decided this.
Thinks this is real is missing the point entirely.
Wait. They're not even a VTuber yet.
Maybe you late 2026.
This is actually so crazy.
Not to mention, there are also people who are not even VTubers. They're like V-tweeters. They have like VTuber style like profile pictures or stuff like that, but they actually don't stream or anything.
It's so crazy. Bro, I've been here forever. I've been here forever. What the fuck is this?
But they're speaking on behalf, getting 2 likes on 5,000 views, saying the whole community has rejected AI usage. Now, here's where things get interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
So, not only a successful VTuber, but an artist herself, Skewchan, has spoken up on the situation.
I have, and I have followed this this particular one, and she's one that I mentioned. Like she's primarily VTubing, but she will do kind of like cooking streams where she pretty much cooks nearly the entire day. Not maybe not the entire day, but like which I'll show you guys here in a bit.
Actually reacting to one of my videos, going over this entire discourse, and as you can see, she woke up to a bunch of notifications and a lot of attention regarding this subject. Now, here's the background regarding my video and her reaction as well.
Who the fuck is that?
With Leaflet. Leaflet provided a free-to-use AI asset to help bridge the divide between PNG tubing and live 2D VTubing, giving people an opportunity for free resources to actually get their career off the ground and going. Now, of course, a lot of the loud
let's take a look at this. So these are people who aren't a big fan of this. So I know I'm kind of blocking some of this here. I apologize, but start at the top and work our way down. So the first one says, I hate this. There are hundreds of free VTuber models and assets out there made by artists. You do not need AI to be a VTuber. Second one says, as a VTuber who started with $0 budget, I think you are pathetic. I think I saw that one. The third one, nah, this is gross and literally a slap in the face to artists everywhere who make customizable models / cheap pre-made models to use. If I see any of my mutuals using this, I'm blocking you. The next one says, F you, F Gen AI. This is a spit in the face of all the artists that built a community that you are supposedly a part of. Again, there is no VTuber community. There isn't. And then the last one says, in light of this, I've decided by customizable will be $30 USD. I already going to price it for low for the market, but I wanted to show new VTubers that Rev's hair is blocking a little bit that can make it in his community without even $100 use or a USD. So
suspects on Twitter were very upset about this, including a lot of artists and VTuber riggers.
Dude, Rev got so much value out of that screenshot.
And something that should be condemned across the board.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, some of the artists even adjusting their prices, reducing their prices to react to.
Dude, that was the best thing ever, by the way. Is like them like reducing their prices to only when I was like, yes.
This situation while
and that's the thing too. When I made the video the other week and I talked about how if there is no competition, these artists can set the market price themselves. But the moment you introduce competition, and it's like what's the example I used? So let's just say Walmart was selling cupcakes for $10. At the time, nobody else is selling cupcakes. So you're going to go to Walmart and you're going to spend $10 for cupcakes. Well, what happens when a mom and pop bakery opens up and they sell their cupcakes for $5? Now, for most people, it's not going to make a difference, but for others, it's going to be cheaper. I'm saving $5 and spending, instead of me using my whole $10 for cupcakes, I can just spend half of that for these cupcakes. And what is that going to do? That's going to cause Walmart to potentially lower their costs to try to stay in a good competition with this new adversary in the market. Like, at the end of the day, we're in a capitalist society that if there is no competition, generally speaking, a lot of these places can just set the price because they don't have any competition. There's nobody that's going to challenge them. So like another probably good example is like what the situation that's going on with PlayStation right now. You know, what if somebody came along, started their own gaming company, and they sold games? Maybe let's just say Steam decided to sell digital disc. They decided to sell disc of their games. but number one, the people purchasing it got to keep the disc, and then number two, it's at a much lower cost compared to what PlayStation is selling. Again, people are going to tend to go to the thing that's going to be cheaper. And generally speaking, probably had a very good analogy, but that's just I couldn't think of the one I used in the video the other week.
Yes.
But anyways, you can see how far.
I mean.
All right, this one says that's not when touching on the what? That's not when touching on the much more harmful issues of draining water from local communities and making electronics unaffordable. If AI flourishes, we won't even own smartphones anymore. We're back in the 70s while the rich use AI to do everything. And this is another thing too has been annoying to watch, and it's clearly easy to tell who is virtue signaling and who's, who may be having real concerns. These are the same type of talking points that I have seen people use when it comes to AI.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Don't do that! Don't reduce the price! Oh no!
Some of these people.
It hurts me so much when you do that. Please don't do that.
Gone. Some people even going to the point of saying that using AI in the VTubers.
How will I grift and make money off of my free program if you lower your prices?
Yeah. Scene
how will I do
that
it?
Is literally ruining society as a whole and putting us back into the 1970s.
Oh yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. But also as a part of that related.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, he posted it. Dude, the funny thing is like just the sheer amount of people that have deleted their posts. I showed this earlier on stream. Like, it's like
what's so annoying about when it comes to like Twitter is people will try to talk a big game, but then they'll go and lock their replies. It is the trashiest behavior that I've seen. And now I really wish Elon would remove that feature. Like, you can't lock your replies. Like, if you're confident in what you're saying, then you need to defend what you're saying in the comments. You just can't say whatever you want and then go and lock the replies.
Look at it real quick.
I don't know. Let's see about. Man.
So if you go over here,
plenty of this video,
and you look at Leaflet, you can see that a bunch of people have nuked their posts. Like, there's one there, there's one here.
The moment you start calling them out and things like that on some of the BS stuff, they will go and they'll like delete everything that they said.
There's a couple that are like not on retweets. There's another one. There's another one. Like, they just keep. There's another one. I'm like the Mossad of fucking X, man. It's actually hilarious.
Discourse. Leaflet would bring up the Neurosama connection and basically ask a lot of these VTubers, how do you feel about Neurosama? And as you can see from this meme and this little
Chacha's not mad
right
at you.
here,
No, I don't think so. I don't think Chacha's mad at me. I mean, unless she got mad at my video. I don't know though. I'm not mad at Chacha.
Some of the reactions to that question got them suspended because they were that unhinged and aggressive. But anyways, let's go to Speechon here. She is someone who's not only a successful VTuber, but also a successful artist as well. And in this clip shared by another user that would go viral, she would share her thoughts.
Like, I'll be honest, I personally wouldn't use this. But do you think it's fair?
Look at this VT reception. Me, Rev, School, me. It's like a fucking Russian doll.
But when you're trying to start out as a streamer, you have to pay over $10,000 just to have a chance at having
What?
the model.
9,000?
Or sure, you can buy it for like, you can buy a pre-made one, but that's
another thing too that I've noticed about it is, and I've seen people talk about it, like, because there's been some artists that have come out and apparently, like, they can put it in their terms of service. I think like in a contract or whatever, like that you can't use their model for like something, like they're talking, like say that you're using the VTuber model to talk about Nazis or something like that. They can make it to where you no longer can use that VTuber model, even though you paid money, actual money for it. You commissioned it. You put in the financial into it. They could just be like, no, I don't want you using that. So like, so you don't really own it. So
a pre-made one. Everyone and their mother using
Thank
it.
you,
You
Phoebe.
want to have a chance to be unique. You don't want to be fucking, I don't know, Suika Avatar 9,999. Right? You want to be your own person.
Yeah.
But the thing is that just the art, mind you, from a mid artist, not like a good one, is going to be at least 1,000, if not 2,000. And then you have to get that rigged. A good rigger who is not going to give you like a HoloLive rhombus is going to be at least 2,000 as well.
Yeah.
At least. Listen, Philian is an amazing streamer, but look at her. Even she got trouble. She wanted to get her Nandroid and she couldn't because the artist who made that pre-made avatar didn't agree.
Yeah,
So it's not...
yeah. You know what's funny is a lot of people are using the argument that, oh, you know, the same dude, this is what I mean. They don't make any sense. Like their logic doesn't make any sense because they're like, don't use one of the don't make your own avatar using AI because you won't be able to copyright it, which isn't true, by the way.
Yeah.
But you can copyright the concept of the character. You just can't copyright the specific art created by AI. The design, which like you wrote, you can. You just can't do that very specific piece of art. And anyway, so the point that here is that they'll tell you that you can't do that. And at the same time, they'll say, go use a customizable model in which then they can deny you any commercial capability if the artist feels like. So it's like, wait, what? Like you're advocating for a solution that doesn't even solve the thing that you're saying. In fact, it's worse.
Not good for her either.
So another thing too is people are talking about like using artists and stuff like that. Now, if you are a small, let's just say you start out, you want to be a streamer, you know, you want to be a YouTuber and stuff like that, and you want your thumbnails to stand out. Now, there are different tools that you can use. There's like Canva, that's like, you know, you can pay like a subscription for. There is vidIQ, which is like, it helps with analytics, and it essentially uses AI for thumbnail generating and things like that. There's Fiverr, where there are people who, you know, promote themselves on there for people to like commission thumbnails. I did it once, but I need y'all to. But most times it could be anywhere, depending on what you're trying to do, from like $25 to $100 or even more, depending on what you're trying to do. Now, keep in perspective. Let me see one. Okay, so I had to count real quick. So I have two channels. So the channel that we're streaming on now, the Shawnee D Man channel. So far in the months of July, now July's not over yet. So far in the months of July, I've uploaded 14 videos. Now keep in mind, some of these people, like if I wanted like somebody, like an actual person to make me a thumbnail, 14 videos, and then the price of it being anywhere from $25 to $100, that's money that I don't have to do something like that. Now, maybe one day when I get big enough, maybe, get enough followers, that kind of stuff, then sure, I will probably hire somebody to make the thumbnails. But in that meantime, I have to make the thumbnails myself.
Why do you think she probably has to do this whole like rebranding or whatever? If she's coming back, it's going to be probably with a brand new avatar that can be finally her own.
So those are her thoughts, and I agree with the caption providing the related clip saying, finally an artist with a rational take on AI art in VTubing, where she is essentially saying it's not that big of a deal. Even as an artist, it's not that big of a deal. She is not wholeheartedly supporting AI. She's not trying to replace artists. All she's saying is it's not that big of a deal. Okay, it's not worth all of this.
Dude, it's even crazier now, bro. Leaflet, Rev, Squoo, Rev, Leaflet. Dude, it's literally, look at this. It's actually perfectly symmetrical. It's like peak symmetry, right? With like Squoo in the middle, and it like, yeah, it's deeper.
Insanely toxic discourse. It's really not that big of a deal, but of course, in reaction to all this, people used her as the latest lightning rod to virtue signal, including artists like this saying you should get to use AI for the chance to be successful, ... recommending people to use AI that's A, ruining the environment, B, ruining their chances at being taken.
If anyone says this, that AI is ruining the environment, I like immediately don't take them seriously. Because you can't be a serious person like saying this, basically. Like
you're saying you should get to use AI for the chance to be successful, recommending people to use AI that's A, ruin the environment, B, ruining their chances at being taken seriously. When you use a pre-made model, you know the license, you spelled that wrong. When you use AI, you can't even copyright it.
Just, like this is the number one number one symptom.
It is like regardless of what this particular thing, that is the thing that I consistently see when people talk about AI in general, even data centers and stuff like that. It falls into that consistently talking about climate change stuff. Like, unless you have viable proof, it's just, come on, man.
AIDS, basically. AI derangement syndrome, AIDS, is if they say that it's ruining the environment, you already know that they're a fucking quango.
Seriously, when you use a pre-made model, you know the license.
Like, the other arguments are a little bit better. The they took her jarbs is actually a better
maybe she didn't spell that wrong. Maybe I was
argument than ruining the environment. I mean, it's still inconsistent because they're not going to be. So there's a couple people that I've seen that are anti-AI, and they've had pretty good arguments. Like, there's people that are just like, you know what? I just hate all automation. I hate all the clankers and the machines. I'm gonna live like the Amish. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. You know what? You make sense. Fair enough. Kind of weird that using the internet that you even know about this, but you know what? Fair enough. Fair argument, right? The problem is that they're not consistent. They're either they're either using some bullshit argument that they don't even understand, or they're not even consistent in the first place. So that's my problem with these AI people. It's not that they dislike AI. I think it's totally fine for you to say that you hate all automation, you think automation is bad, and then we can have a discussion as to like whether or not it's better for humanity or not. That's not the argument. The arguments that they're making are purely self-serving, and everybody knows it. Anybody that can see and understand what they're saying, it's completely self-serving, has nothing to do with any of this. Again, same people who don't care about factories, they don't care about automation in factories, they don't care about people in coal mines losing their jobs, they don't care about any of this.
When you use AI, you can't even copyright it. Now you look at the individuals providing these sorts of takes, and eventually it becomes very...
I was watching Side Scrollers earlier this week, and they had Leaflet, Kirsha, and Powder on. And this was something I noticed as well, because Powder talked about how you essentially, like, people like this person right here, they have it to where this person has like over 40,000 followers, but there are some accounts on Twitter that they have this habit of trying to pick a fight to draw people into their like their Twitter, their channel, whatever. So they're just picking a fight only to try to get a financial benefit off of it, because guess what? These people are going to go to their Twitter page and be like, and they'll see like, oh, commissions open, that kind of stuff. And it's a little annoying. Like, it's pretty tell. It is easy to tell who is actually trying to have, like, you know, provide a good dialogue to the conversation, and then there are those who are trying to grift off of it.
Clear that they're highly upset about this sort of discourse, where it really boils down to it's not that big of a deal. And people would ask and get blocked saying, how much was your model?
Here, let me move my. It just put me up here. There we go.
And of course,
do you see what I mean, though? By the way, these guys are huge pussies. They always delete their posts because they can't stand by them.
Every time.
They post shit that they can't stand by, and they can't explain it away, so they just delete it so that they don't have to deal with it, because they're too fucking pussy to actually stand up for what they believe in, because they don't know what they believe in.
And that goes into what I mentioned a little bit ago with when it comes to these type of people, they will go and they will lock their replies on Twitter. And I'm like, if you're so confident in what you're saying, then defend what you're saying. Don't say something and then go lock your tweet, like lock that particular post to where nobody can reply except for people who agree with you. You're a trash person, in my opinion. If you believe so confidently in what you're saying, then leave it open, let people comment, and you go in, you defend your position. But a lot of these people don't. They'll either, like I mentioned, lock their replies, or better yet, once they get called out enough, they'll go in there, delete their post. It is just utterly, it's just, come on.
As you can see, $1,600. Really? That's crazy. Can you imagine an aspiring VTuber not wanting to spend basically a month's rent anywhere these days?
That's a lot of money. $1,600? That's a lot of money.
And just getting their model for free? Oh, but wait a second.
Oh my God, commercial content 50% and merchandising increase.
You're going to get condemned by the VTubing scene. You know what? Speaking
Wait, merchandising? 2D model, art, or rig? Oh, wait, you have to pay it twice. This is only...
Wait.
If you want the model or the rig. Jeez.
But me, not any VTuber community or anything like that. I think getting...
So that means like your total model, right, is like if you actually want to own it and monetize it, right, you're looking at what? Actually, I have to 6,400 total?
Off the ground running.
That's crazy.
And getting a free start in the related scene, if you're really that invested, if you want to get going, is a great thing. Don't listen to all these wackadoos on social media.
It is, right, because 1,604 and then plus 50% plus 50%, right? So it's 32, and then times 2 because you need the art.
Again, like if you were an up and coming VTuber, why would you pay that much money? Like that's a ridiculous amount of money. And again, when there's no competition, these type of people they set their prices because they know nobody else can. There's no other option for people to go and get something like this for a cheaper cost. But now Leaflet added her her budget VTubing system. Now people have an option, and you're probably going to see a lot more of that.
And the rig,
especially artists who have a stake in this game. Okay, they're mad that they have competition that's being provided for free.
Can we talk about how ridiculous commercial use licenses are for shit? So it's like I pay you to make a thing for me, but then I can't do what I want with it. Like you still own the rights to it. Like it's what is this? Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like so basically the commercial rights is I want more money from you because you're making money from it.
Yep.
Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Here's another example quoting the related clip saying,
by the way, when people
hold on, the heck. What the heck? Give me a second. It's telling me there was like a but it doesn't tell me what it was though. Apparently a couple I didn't even notice this like a few minutes ago. Stream was interrupted due to copyright match. But it doesn't tell me what it is. Okay. I'll have to look. Okay.
We'll say, well, Leaflet, what would you do about it? Yeah, that's why we're open game licensing our games that people can make money off of it for free. We don't give a shit.
Model is unique as F. In under
I'm gonna do the opposite of what these guys are doing, and I'm gonna keep winning.
$1,000.
It's gonna be that easy.
You don't need to pay over $10,000 to have a unique model. I know several affordable artists and riggers. I know an artist that is very talented and separates.
Not only that, I'm going to give people tools so that they can make money off of our game.
Excellently.
I'm going to make it easy to do it.
Under 1K. She also does wonderful, affordable rigs. There's zero reason to rely on generative AI.
Yo, Sleazy, P. Martini, thank you so much for the raid, by the way. Thank you. Over on Rumble. Thank you, man. Thank you, Norik, as well for thank you so much. Oh, it's a redeem. Have you watched a cooking video from Scoochon? I have not. Maybe I should. Thank you for the 200 as well. Hey, Lou, sorry for the earlier crash out over my Oshi's picking sides over AI. I saw your video reacting to Cha-Cha, and by your logic, I definitely agree with. Many VTubers seem to have taken the ball from Cha-Cha's video and ran. Think about that. You know, good point.
Okay, I'm probably like gonna skip a little bit.
You know, that kind of adds up. That evidence with that, it adds up, you know, and like I can see how the yeah, why not?
Want to give someone that foot in the door.
To be honest, like the people that are worried about, well, if you have full auto, you can like shoot more people with it or whatever, and it's gonna cause like the externalities of, you know, people. Full auto is gonna make a lot of people miss more. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna miss a lot more, waste a lot more bullets, and have to reload.
If you need to find an affordable artisan rigger, DM me, please. I can hook you up with a list or find you something within your budget. So long.
And that's true. Well, Haku Mikey says bad guys already have full auto. Yeah, because it's not hard to convert it.
As the budget is reasonable, just for the love of the gods, don't rely on generative AI. Now, of course, again, you can see someone who is once again with a stake in this game, who is trying to literally make a living selling this related stuff, being threatened by a free option that serves as an alternative. And of course, they speak on behalf of the VTuber community. That's right. They speak on behalf of everyone, including Scoochon. They didn't get the memo, I guess. this person speaks on behalf of all VTubers, artists, and anything related to that. But what's really funny is the dichotomy of the price this person is offering, then other individuals saying something that really contradicts them, saying not only is this incorrect but stupid, looking into HQ rig right now, and it's $850 US. High quality art is $600 US, at least 2K for each, is misinformation. Maybe Skew is paying 2K each, but most people aren't. Fear mongering and making stuff up to support your beliefs is weird. Yeah, I'm sure these people are definitely the most appropriate source to lecture people about fear mongering, where using AI or free assets might get you blacklisted from artists or related communities or scenes. But of course, they add on saying VTubing is a luxury. Art is a luxury. You don't.
How does this keep happening? Chat, how does this keep happening? Wait, where's my GIF? I had the GIF of it. I can't find it. Where did I put it? I feel like a lot of my GIFs get freaking sinkholed right here. Fucking every time, man. Every time, man.
Don't actually need to be a VTuber. That is really amazing stuff right there. Well, I guess if it's a luxury, no one should ever have to do it, right? And if there's a cheaper alternative, you can't use that. Instead, you need to go to these.
Yo, Dompy Bongwater, thank you so much for the 500 kicks. Here's a secret: Grok 4.5 in build with Blender MCP can rig a 3 or 2. I heard about this. I heard that you can actually use there's a program too that automatically does animations for you now. Oh my god, did you guys hear about this?
I mean, we're halfway.
Don, we need to get that. We need to release that. That is gonna make people really freak out. Maybe we should do that. We should do it. Guys, should we do this? Should we AI this shit? So you can take that already so fucking. We need Don Leaflet
video in the first place. Look charging.
We need Don Leaf and Malcolm to get together for his stream. You're making progress, bring us into the future. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about after this video.
Artists and get ripped off, because in many cases that is the main concern. It's not just getting blacklisted because of your wrong think, but a lot of these artists are overcharging.
Yeah.
And of course, what this person is saying about what is affordable directly contradicts the other user we just looked at 2 seconds ago, giving their price. So it's like these people in this anti-AI camp can't even agree on what is a reasonable price in the first place. But I think this person right here is missing the point entirely. If they watched Skew's video in the first place,
they antagonize the wrong
they would
slime.
understand it's not.
No, guys, you don't understand. Okay, let me explain something and be very clear about this. They didn't antagonize me. They antagonized an entire group of creators.
Yeah.
And I'm just the avatar of that, basically. So like me doing this isn't on my behalf, just on my behalf. Ask every Sky Bros, ask all of them, ask any AI, any person that uses AI.
Who the
I'm
fuck
basically
is Leaflet?
all of them, basically. Is
Yeah.
me. I'm like the reckoning from
Like the amount of people that I like the day like Leaflet talked, this goes out on Twitter and everything, like probably like a couple of days afterwards. That's when I did the video. There were so many people who were like talking about creating their own system and stuff like that for people to use. So like it starting to grow. Like I said, like this is what these two people were afraid of. Like once people have options, they'll no longer have a reason to go to these people and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for models and stuff like that.
the AI community that these people Dude, I'm telling you, these people are so fucking annoying. Like, we're just trying to do our own thing. Like, none of us are like going into their shit and saying like, why don't you go pick up a keyboard? Go pick up a keyboard. Slap. No, we don't do this to them. They do this to us constantly.
Yeah.
Ask Dawn. I bet you Dawn gets it every time. I bet you Keen gets it every time. I bet you Skybrows gets it every.
Oh wait, I think now I know why I was interrupted. The stream was interrupted
every time. And yeah, we're just this is just that, basically. This is I am basically the constantly yelling at us, constantly bitching at us, and just being absolute fucking assholes. Those are the ones that we don't like.
God.
It's just like people
Insufferable.
are DMing me, Skew, did you see it? Did you see it? Are you okay? Skew, what is that? Oh my god.
When is the Phoenix debate? Dude, Phoenix is on our side now. It's over. Phoenix is on our side now. Do you want to know a really good argument, by the way, for AI? If you're still on the fence about it, let me give you a good argument for AI. AI is how we free ourselves from the industry that has controlled things less they're able to do.
No. Is this I don't give a fuck about what you do. You know, you wanna use the avatar creation program, go nuts. You don't wanna use it, go nuts. I am not your mother. Why do you care about what I think? I'm not going to.
By the way, this exact sentiment is how all the AI people feel. By the way, if you want to use AI, cool.
Yeah.
If you don't want to use AI, cool. If you think that AI, if you think that AI is not good enough right now, up to you, whatever, right? That's not the problem. The problem is they actively try to sabotage you for using it. Do you see the difference here? We don't actually disagree. Like, and I'm, honestly,
kind of like, again, this is probably something that it falls into the political aspect as well. It's just, it's crazy. Like, a very good example is when I did my review for Supergirl a couple of weeks ago. I talked about how if you liked the movie, great. If you didn't like the movie, great. You can have your own opinions about it. It's not one opinion doesn't trump somebody else's opinion. Like, it just doesn't.
I think I speak more for the Sky Bros and the AI community more than these people speak for VTubers, because I know them. I know almost everyone in the community. At least I know of them, and I know of the general community sentiment. Anyway,
I probably should have watched the Rev review instead of the Leaflet one, because this was cut out from her stream, and so she's like obviously talking to her chatters and stuff like that. And so, but
basically, almost none of these people, I don't know any. Really, I can't even name one. Maybe there's one, but I don't know any that actually straight up hate artists, basically.
Yeah.
Like that straight up hates artists, tries to go out there and harass them. It's just, okay, fair enough. You don't like AI, fine. Right. That the problem is that they go after you, they blacklist you. Yeah. People constantly yell at you in the comments. Like it's annoying.
It's just a violent mob mentality. Like the moment like you do something that the mob does not like, they just attack you and like try to harm you and everything. It is just ridiculous.
Basically annoying. They're incredibly annoying. That's the problem. That's why we're just like, okay, well, you know what, you guys. It's kind of like the what's his name? It's like the Jake Monroe. We're basically
your mother. I'm not your.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Start like,
that's it. It's that
you're
easy.
Stupid. You're stupid. I'm gonna cancel you. I'm gonna block you.
Exactly. That's it.
I don't care. I'm not your mother. I'm not your father. You can decide for yourself what you want. You're not. Shut up and participate in mingling right now. I don't care. I really don't care. There are a bunch.
No, and by the way, when I talk about blacklisting, Like, dude, they're actually trying to blacklist me from like conventions and stuff.
Yeah, like Leaflet, like not just Leaflet, but Kirsch as well. Like, whenever these violent people, like, again, if you say or do something they don't like, they will go out of their way to just make sure you can't do anything. Like, Leaflet has been blacklisted from cons and stuff like that. Like, I think a couple of months back she was supposed to do a con somewhere, like virtually and everything like that, like VTuber stuff like that. But because there are people there who don't like Leaflet, they complained about it, and then that con dropped Leaflet because they're so scared of, and that's the problem. Like, it's the same thing that happened with Rev and Straub earlier this year. You had people complain to who was it? Advanced GG. Like, the moment these companies give in to these weirdos, these freaks, people who are essentially violent, you're at their beck and call. Like, you basically do what they tell you to do now. And so it's crazy
Stuff, like, for real. Like, actually, they've been trying. I know they've been trying. I know they've been trying because I've had conversations with people about it.
Yep.
Here, back 1 second. I had to turn on the fan. It was getting kind of hot. But yeah, they've been trying. They've been trying to gatekeep me out of stuff. But
yeah,
I threatened them back.
A bunch of people who use like AI. I don't even use AI, motherfucker.
Are we allowed to name drop?
Even my backgrounds are pre-made.
It's not really my name drop to make. If they were doing it publicly, then I would name drop them. But like
yeah.
This is privileged information, so I can't really just say it. Machinist M, thank you so much for the kicks. Thank you. But tell you what though, if I do get blacklisted, then I will tell everybody. If I actually do get blacklisted, then I'll drop I'll drop all the names. I'll drop the docs. I don't care.
Grounds from Region. I made my avatar the live 2D. I got myself a rigger. This is made by a thing too. Don't hate it. I'm not even using
High
it.
space
I
Cato.
don't care. 1 quadrillion cubic kilometers
That's
of
cool.
water.
I don't and never would use
You
AI.
also have Notch, an AI hater that's now going to use AI. Wait, really? Is that true? Check Notch's Twitter.
All right, so you can actually learn to code yourself. Let's see, I might just give Vibe coding a shot, not because I don't like to do programming, but because I've been having a lot of trouble hiring talented programmers, and I'll probably feel less bad about firing a chatbot. I'm thinking about it. Will make dual tools. Yeah.
We just keep fucking winning. We just keep winning. Seen that yet? Sorry, hold on, wait.
Bro, this is too much effort. Sometimes I reuse the same sock for a single week. I don't care.
Now, of course, if any of these VTubers want to look into the full context of what she's saying, it's a very
Thank you,
simple
Chakalaka.
point.
Thank you.
But they're literally...
I shit all over his tweet he sent saying to reject AI when it had 20 comments. No way he didn't read my comments. So he's going to try now. Would be funny if I
AI is not that for inbox.
opposed you in the first place. Feels
Yeah, I'm just mainly just skipping over the parts where she's talking with her chatters and stuff like that.
good. Dude, it feels so good. Oh my God, it feels so good.
Flooding her inbox, saying she's evil, asking if she's this awful, terrible person because of her take, where she basically said using AI is not that big of a deal. And a lot of people who are...
It's kind of, again, like Powder, and go back to Powder real quick. She made a comment talking about she didn't think Donald Trump was all that bad. I think she talked about, like, she thought he was kind of funny, that kind of stuff, or at least something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. And so many people just got so volatile with her It is just utterly ridiculous, and it's just that's the type of people that in today's society you have to deal. I mean, I guess you do have to deal with them. It's like anytime you say or do something that they don't like, they automatically get violent. That's their only resort, and it is so crazy.
Established artists and are secure about their work will not be threatened by this sort of trend that is happening. But of course, people couldn't stop their virtue signaling. A lot of it has to do with pricing, where users like this say, I know many VTubers who were upset with the price tag attached to VTubing were sad they might not ever get the chance to make it in the scene. You want to know what they did? They learned art and rigging. They drew and / or rigged their own model and started streaming.
The funny thing is you want to know what we think of this generally, AI people? Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like, we don't care. We don't care. It's like, oh, you want to do that? You want to go learn how to art and rig and like make your, yeah, sure, fair enough, fine. Go ahead, have fun. We don't want to do it.
Which not only is defeated by the commentary and full context provided by her, but here's a good counterpoint. In quotes, this is really what they're saying. You are too poor to afford this hobby.
Yep.
Trigger point.
Yep. You're too poor to afford this hobby while working a job. Just spend hundreds of hours learning to draw and hundreds of hours learning rigging software, stupid.
On point.
While working a job. Just spend hundreds of hours learning to draw and hundreds of hours learning rigging software, stupid. Yes. Yeah. You know what? If there is an alternative provided to these aspiring...
What do you mean you don't live with your... What do you mean you don't live with your rich parents and you could take a lot of time off to learn to develop these skills? What do you mean?
VTubers for free?
Thank you so much for the tier 3. Thank you.
If you think people should not be allowed to take that option. But of course...
what does it say? VTubing is more accessible than ever. There's no excuse for using AI. There's so many affordable options and free to use stuff now. It's insane to even resort to AI for things. Exactly. It's just virtue signaling. That's all this is. This is just virtue signaling.
It reflects the overall sentiment of these virtue signalers.
Yep.
Oh my God, are you telling me that you got a hamburger and you didn't make the fucking cow yourself and the wheat yourself? Oh my God.
Where you have people like saying being a VTuber is more accessible than ever. There is no excuse for using AI. And this other user
bought one of those filthy those
again, if you don't want to use AI, you don't have to use AI. Nobody's gonna make you use AI, but you don't have a right to go and try to make and force other people not to use it. They have a right to use it as well. If they want to use it, they can use it. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. It's like what we see here on screen is just people just virtual signaling. That's all that is. It's because it's the trendy thing for a lot of these people. Oh, I want to make sure I look good and everything. Is more like I'm thinking about myself. So let me make sure I look good and go ahead and say, hey, this is bad. There was somebody I saw on Twitter who I don't know why they posted it. They didn't have to post it, but they posted talking about how they turned down a commission because it had like an AI rendering of what the person wanted them to do. And I'm like, you didn't have to post it. You didn't have to post like all this. Let me see. I wonder if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to think who replied to it that I could let me see. Yeah, oh, man, she replies to so much stuff. I doubt I can find it. Oh wait, maybe it was this one. Maybe it was this one. Let me see. See if I can find it. Because it was just the only reason you posted it was just because you wanted to Oh wait, here it is. I think I found it. See, okay. I think I found it. Let me see if I can back it up a little bit to see. That person may have deleted the post. Okay, yeah, here we go. Let me see if I can bring this over. Give me 1 second. What the heck? What the heck? Let me see. What is it? There we go. I don't know why I did that. That was kind of annoying. All right, there we go. Let me zoom in real quick. All right. So share this instead. And then, all right. So this was from a week or so ago. That's not the one I wanted to use. There we go. All right. So this person here, Mila, if I said her name correct, she's a VTuber. So she posted this because this person denied the commission. Thank you so much for your interest in my work. I really appreciate the support, but I won't be able to accept your commission due to a conflict of ideals. Have a wonderful life. I wonder if I could get, let me see. Can I get Grok to? Oh, I can't spell. Why can't I spell? I don't think how I would word that though. Never mind. I'm trying to think of. I wish I could find that person. So like it was like $200. But yeah. So that was an interesting thing. Conflict of ideals. And then she went back and she said, why are you doing a call out post? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because being declined over beliefs is just wrong. It's artwork and your job. Learn to separate that stuff with your clients. I don't care if art requests get still declined. It happens, but this is uncalled for. I wish I would have saved the original post that did it, because I did see it. I know. Okay, this is July 20th. I'm pretty sure Madam, unless that person deleted it, they may have deleted it. I don't know. July 20th. Let me see. Because Savvy, she responds to a lot of things, or applies to a lot of things. Let me sort of go back to around that. I can find it. Oh my gosh, Savvy. I want to like. Well, I don't think I'm getting close. July 22nd. July 23rd. Oh, that was the other day. Okay, maybe I can't find it. Well, never mind. But yeah, it was. I wish I would have, found that first. All right, let's finish this. We're somewhat almost done, I think.
Those filthy clanker processed hamburgers. How dare you?
There's so many affordable options and free to use stuff.
How dare
now.
you?
It's insane to even resort to AI for things. And the original poster says exactly.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's so many affordable options.
How dare you?
But not that.
Honestly, guys, hot take. Some microwave hamburgers are actually not bad. Hot take. The White Castle frozen hamburgers taste exactly like regular White Castle. Source, I've tried both of them, and they taste exactly the same.
Interesting.
Yep. Don't use that one. Don't use the actual.
It's because White Castles are steamed. Like when they actually cook them in the restaurant, they're steamed. And then when you microwave Hot Castle frozen, they steam in the bag. So it's like basically the same.
Affordable option being provided by people like Leaflet. That one is morally condemnable. You can't use that one. Just use the one approved by the people in the scene already. And here's another example of a user crashing out saying, bro, what? Where is she getting these numbers? There's plenty of good artists out there that charge way less than that. You just have to dig a bit before clicking on the first result. And how can you use the argument of not using pre-made models because you won't stand out or be unique when the alternative you use is AI? All AI designs look super generic and uninspired. You won't stand out at all.
Yeah, because, you know, the entire concept of like a Genshinification like didn't exist before AI, right, guys? and anime same facing never existed actually before now. Yeah, it's a completely AI created thing.
And when people say quiet and pick up your little stylus Quango,
dude, every time someone says Quango, dude, it just like warms my heart, man.
It's funny.
This person responds saying, do you have a better made up slur? That one is lame AF. Which, of course, Quango is a popular term used by Leaflet. And it's almost like these people want to be called slurs, which is a bit weird. Not sure why they want that. But here is a very good way to.
All right. I'm starting to think there's a real crabs in a bucket mentality going on with a lot of the anti-AI crowd. I've been saying it all along. The good and talented artists have nothing to worry about. They still get commissions because they know how to run a business and their work is leagues above what AI can offer. The loudest ban it is theft, artists are dying rhetoric often comes from people whose portfolios show exactly why they're worried. The ones freaking out the most seem to be the ones who stop growing or the ones who are, the ones ripping off or ghosting clients. And they can't get away with it anymore. Yeah, there are some people who on Twitter that have talked about how they've had clients like ghost them and everything. And I think somebody I watched the other day talked about it. Was it Nyanus? It might have been Nyanus.
Well, would you prefer that if I said rigor? Tycho, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. Truth be told, I was so unbelievably angry at the anti-AI crowd.
Mentality going on with a lot of the anti-AI crowd. I've been saying it all along. The good and talented artists have nothing to worry about. They still get commissions because
yeah, you like how they say things like there's going to be too many VTubers. Yeah. That's my favorite one when they say that. There's going to be too many VTubers now. Think of the competition. Oh, no.
Know how to run a business, and their work is leagues above what AI can offer. The loudest ban it, it's theft, artists are dying rhetoric often comes from people whose portfolios show exactly why they're worried. The ones freaking out the most seem to be those who stopped growing or the ones ripping off / ghosting clients, and they're mad they can't get away with it anymore.
I mean, pretty much.
And I'll add on to that and give a little precursor to the next video, or something I'm going to upload tomorrow, where these artists are showing exactly the concerns that are being raised here, where people are being blacklisted or having their commissions denied by artists who are not only overcharging in situations, but rejecting potential clients for their wrong think or having AI-related references for what
I may look up that video and may do like a separate thing about it.
What they want commission from these artists. And it really is a crabs in a bucket mentality. And you know what? This is crazy. You know what? AI in the VTubing scene, no matter what content it can produce, it will never provide more content than what these anti-AI people in the scene are providing for users like myself. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications.
And then another AI Eventually, there'll be enough
That's
information.
basically, I'm just gonna end it right there. But yeah, so that is all that, and that's gonna be pretty much the stream, guys. Went over a bit longer than I thought I was going to, but that's completely fine. Guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. If you are watching on Kick, be sure to hit the follow button. If you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. Rumble, follow, YouTube, subscribe. You can find me on my gaming channel, the Nerd Talk podcast on Spotify. All that you can find down in the description below of each of the platforms that you're watching it on. But other than that, guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Y'all have a great one.